She has a lot of work to do, but I am genuinely in love with the person that I am today and the person that I am becoming every single day.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing dusty slides in both gears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for returning if you're coming back, and thank you so much for clicking on this video if you're new here. I apologize if you hear my dog eating in the background. Why did you choose right now to eat? Okay, he's done eating his food. I just want to say right off the bat that I apologize, or I'm not even gonna say I apologize. Should I say I apologize? I don't know. But I just know that my subconscious was telling me, like, Aaliyah, don't film this video because the lighting is ass. I don't know, I just don't really feel or look my best right now. And it might not be noticeable to you guys, but I just don't feel my best right now. But I'm also trying to like remind myself that the point of this video is so that I can talk to you guys. Like, that is it. As you guys can tell from the title, it's gonna be a girl talk video, just a little chit chat or whatever. But hello to the fellas if you're here. So with that being said, we're gonna hop right into it. By the time you guys see this video, I probably will have hit 80K. I'm just gonna say thank you for 80K in advance. I went on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me some questions. Wow, look at this picture I took of myself earlier. Like, she's a fucking hottie. I screenshotted the questions that you guys asked me because you guys asked me yesterday, and I was supposed to film this video yesterday, but your girl was tired. I'm actually really cold right now. I wanted it to look like, you know, I somewhat put myself together, you know, go-to hairstyle, cute little shirt. I just want to be comfortable. But anyways, let's get right into the motherfucking video. Wow, guys are getting right into it. Okay. Do you think having a sex appeal will get you more in life? I want to say yes and I want to say no. I personally believe that the reason that I get the things handed to me that I do, and the reason that things work out for me the way that they do, is because my mentality is not, oh, I'm cute and I have a nice sex appeal, so I know that this is gonna work out for me. Like, no, I just know that I'm a good person and that I am deserving of the things that I want. So I know that if I need something to work out, it will in one way or another. But unfortunately, in the society that we live in today, a lot of people do get things handed to them easily because of their sex appeal. How to start a good shower/face routine. Honestly, I'm still trying to get my shower routine down pat because if I'm being 100% honest with y'all, I be so tired at the end of the day. And so when I take a shower, that's literally it. I'm not doing rituals and I'm like, oh well, like I don't do all the extra stuff. I clean my body and I get the fuck out of there. As far as the skincare routine goes, honestly, I want to say about a year ago, or like almost a year ago, probably like November of last year, I became very much obsessed with my skin because I was using Curology, and she cleared my skin up like this, okay? Once I got to that point where my skin was like where I wanted her to be, then I became obsessed with figuring out like what products are working best for me and da-da-da-da. Obviously, Curology, I should have stuck with her. I stopped using her for a few months. I love how I'm saying her like she's a fucking person. But I stopped using Curology for a few months because I was trying to make my own products, and then I kind of just lost interest in that. So I started using Curology again, but I also use Ayannas infusions. And the thing about my skin, you know what? That's not what that question is about. To answer your question, I think that you just have to fall in love with something. When you want something that bad, you love something that bad, you're gonna go out of your way to make sure that it's always taken care of. So for me, like, I love my skin. Even though she's not 100% where I want her to be, I look at the little milestones, I keep track of my skin's progress, I drop some money on my products because that's what I know is going to, or what I think is going to work best for my skin. I don't think that there's really a way to like find a routine that you like or fall in love with unless it's something that you really, really want. Do you think you fully tapped into your feminine side? Well, funny that you asked that because I don't fucking know, which probably means I don't know. I mean, which probably means no. The only reason I say that as my answer is because I haven't fully done like enough research or just took the time to really understand what it means for me, like what your feminine side means for me. Because if it was up to me, I think that I act very much ladylike. But you know, I know that there are things that are like broken down into your masculine and feminine side. So everybody has their feminine and masculine. If you see your yin and yang, I'm gonna put a picture of it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's black and white on both sides. I believe the black side represents masculinity and the white side represents femininity. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but all I do know is that the reason that there's a little dot there is because it balances out. It's not just one or the other, basically. Like, you're gonna have a little bit of both. So yeah, I don't think that I have fully tapped into my feminine side because I haven't done enough research to really even know what that means. How has the smoke break been coming? Well, if you watched my last video, then you know the answer to that. I did manage to not smoke for like 3 weeks, and then I started smoking again. But honestly, you guys, like when I started smoking again, I just kind of didn't really feel like that spark of like, oh my god, I love being high. Like, don't get me wrong, I do. Okay, I do love being high, but I also acknowledge that being high doesn't really do anything for me but get me high. Like, a lot of people say they're more creative when they're, you know, in that state of mind, but for me personally, like, I'm stuck when I'm high. Like, I don't want to. 9 times out of 10, I'm not about to do something creative while I'm high. I'm probably gonna go take a nap or eat some food. In all honesty, I'm very much unproductive when I'm high. It feels good, it feels great, but I know that I cannot smoke unless I'm about to do something very chill. Okay. Which is weird because I used to smoke before work, which is not chill. Like, I literally am on my feet all day. Advice you would give your younger self. Oh, I love these questions. Advice I would give to my younger self, if I'm being 100% honest with you, is to just trust that life knows what she's doing with you, okay? There's a reason that you're gonna go through the things that you go through. There is a reason that you're gonna fall in love with the people that you fall in love with. There is a reason that you're gonna get hurt the way that you do. There is a reason that your Instagram is gonna blow up out of fucking nowhere, okay? There is a reason for it all. The universe, your higher self, your life, like, she knows what she's doing with you, okay? It's not happening for no reason. What do people say? God doesn't give you anything. God doesn't give you more than you can handle. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, that is very true. I genuinely think that when we are faced with challenges that we don't think we can get through, that is exactly why it's called a challenge. Because once you finally rise up and reach that potential that the universe knew that you were going to reach, then it's that moment of realization that's like, damn, like, who would have fucking thought? I'm struggling with a few things, but I also understand that without a struggle, you're not gonna get to where you are today. So that's what I would tell my younger self. And the reason that I want to say that instead of don't fall for nobody, don't do this, don't trust nobody, the reason I don't want to say that to my younger self is because I love the person that I am today. She has a lot of work to do, but I am genuinely in love with the person that I am today and the person that I am becoming every single day. And I would not be this person had I not went through the things that I went through as my younger self. And your younger self does not have to be 10-year-old you, 15-year-old you. It could be 18-year-old you. It could be 19-year-old you. Because when I was just talking to my younger self just now, I was talking to her throughout the years, okay? When I said you're gonna fall in love with the people that you fall in love with for a reason, I was talking to 19-year-old me, okay? And that was literally last year. But last year me was younger than me. So I feel like a lot of people, when they say, you know, what would you say to your younger self, you think of the younger you. But baby, you were younger yesterday. Always be giving yourself advice, because ultimately you're always talking to your younger self. Look at me. I be talking about shit sometimes. Do twists just lock on their own? Yes, sir. Someone said embracing your sexuality and being confident in it. Okay, so I don't know what you mean when you say sexuality. Damn, I don't know what you mean when you say sexuality. I don't know if you mean like your sexuality as in, you know, your what is that word? Like, are you straight? Are you bi? Like that sort of thing. And I am straight, so there was no real like having to conform with that or having to be confident with that, I guess, because I hate to say it, but being straight in this society does not really get you questioned. It's more so, honestly, I'm gonna say I'm very grateful that we live in times where, you know, if somebody was to be like, oh, I'm gay or I like girls or whatever, they're not gonna be questioned, and it's just gonna be more so of a, okay, like, cool. But I do also know that that is not the case for everybody, and that for some people it is a lot harder for them to come out with their sexuality, because we live in a society. We live in a society where we drive. Why can't I fucking talk? We thrive off of validation. That's the word I was looking for. My best answer that I can think of, considering I don't necessarily relate to this question, like what you like, okay? Go with your gut, with whatever you're feeling, because at the end of the day, our intuition is very much strong, and she knows what the fuck she's talking about, okay? And the reason I say she is because for some reason I just feel like our intuition is very feminine. Do whatever makes you happy. And I know that sounds so cliche. I hate the way our generation just throws around phrases, but seriously, you guys, do what makes you happy. Someone said, how do you like your eggs scrambled? Of course, I like to have like a fried egg on a bagel, or not a bagel, on like toast or a sandwich, like make myself an egg sandwich. I have had it on a bagel before. Someone said, ooh, I like this one. How do I stop lust from taking over relationships that could potentially last? What is the definition of lust? Alexa, what's the definition of lust?
As a noun, lust is usually defined as a passionate or overmastering desire or craving, usually followed by whore. As a verb, lust is usually defined as to have a yearning or desire, have a strong or excessive craving, often followed by for or after.
I mean, that sounded a lot like love to me. I'm honestly, you guys, being 100% honest with you, I've never really known what the difference between love and lust was. I just knew that lust was not the real thing. But the best answer that I can give you off the top of my head is to not have expectations, because you know what? You know what those lead to? Disappointment, babes. Expectations lead to disappointment. I think that the reason that we allow so many relationships to kind of go bad is because we have these expectations of these people, and when they don't reach those expectations that we set in our head, then we get disappointed, and it genuinely comes off as, you know, sadness or anger or irritation or whatever, because we're disappointed in these people because they didn't meet the expectations that we wanted them to meet. Which honestly doesn't make any sense if you ask me. Just remember that if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. Sorry guys. I literally had to stop the video because my camera was overheating. But we're gonna answer the last couple questions before my camera starts doing dumb shit again. Someone said, have you ever dated someone who slid in your DMs? My last boyfriend was somebody that slid in my DMs. And this was like pre-Leo with the locks, okay? This was before I locked up, before I created that account that you guys probably know me off of. Granted, it was my Twitter, which no longer exists because of him. But will I do that shit again? Probably not. Do you have a boyfriend? Absolutely not. Have you ever been curious about the spiritual side of life, such as crystals, tarot, etc.? Of course, I've always been into that, but not to the point where like I want to teach myself how to do it. More so I just want to like educate myself on what they mean. But you know, like as far as like tarot readings and shit like that, like learning how to do them myself, not my cup of tea. But I will pay somebody to like do a tarot reading for me. All right, you guys, I am not 100% sure how long this video is, but hopefully it was a decent length for you guys. Definitely comment down below if you guys want more sit down videos where we just get to kind of chit chat or whatever. Thank you so much for actually interacting with my Instagram and giving me questions, because this sort of video literally would not be possible without the engagement and support of you guys. So again, thank you so much for supporting me. I never usually do outros. Like I vlog so much and I just end the video wherever the fuck I feel like ending the video. So I don't know how to do an outro. Bye, I'll see you guys in my next video.